And then about keeping your face, that I use my, and then the application that you use, or sorry, actually that's not a good example. Going to not pick up, excuse me. Rewind, start over. If you are using more of a fluffy brush like this, it's really nice and fluffy. You can see it has like a fluffy, really is just the best word. Hi guys! So today I'm doing a video about makeup brushes. A lot of people have a lot of questions about makeup brushes because there's so many different kinds, so many different brands, synthetic, natural, short, long, dense, fluffy. Why do you need this? Why do you need that? Why do you need a brush that costs more money? Why can't you just get the cheap kind? Why can't you just use your fingers? So I'm going to answer some of those questions for you today. Some of these things are just my own opinions, and some of these things are just kind of rules of makeup. So take what you will. We're going to start out with how to store makeup brushes. So I keep my makeup brushes in little containers like this. And this is just, it's plastic because I've dropped this a few times. And it used to be glass and now it's plastic because I got tired of breaking it and having to replace it. It's from Target, so just a clear thing like this. It works really well to just hold your makeup brushes. You want it to just be, like 4 or so inches tall. And that's how I store my brushes. I have a few of those. And then for keeping your makeup brushes clean, depending on how often you use them, you could wash them once a week. You could wash them every other week. I end up washing mine closer to once every 3 weeks or so because I don't do full makeup every day. And I don't do a lot of makeup on clients right now since I'm on maternity leave, so they're not used a ton every single day. But anyways, I use my face wash. It's from Mario Badescu. You just want to use something that's going to really do a deep clean. I like this one because it has a really good foam to it. It's herbal, so it's gentle. You just don't want to use anything too harsh since you're putting it on your makeup brushes that are going to be going all over your face. You don't want your face to break out, so use something really gentle. That's why I use my face wash. And when I clean them, I will soak them in water for just a little bit, warm water, to kind of get that makeup loosened up just a little bit. And then I take, some of my face wash and just bloop, put a little bit, right on the edge, put it all over, and then, run it under some water, and I'll just take it on my hand, like this, on the back of my hand, and just till it comes off. Rinse and repeat, basically, until this brush is clean. So that's that. So another little piece of advice when it comes to keeping your brushes clean, I use a lot of times these makeup cleansing, face cleansing towelettes, whatever they're called. But I use these a lot of times if I don't have time to wash my face, but I still want to clean my face. Well, after I'm done washing my face, when I'm doing my makeup, I'll take that same towelette that I just used and I'll leave it out before I throw it away. And, if I'm, need to clean a brush after I just got done, I'll just take it and, brush it off on that towelette. And that towelette has the makeup remover in it. It has moisturizer in it. That's a really easy way to keep your brushes clean on a regular basis. Just or you can get a brush cleaner. This is from True. And it's called Brush Care. Most makeup lines are going to have some sort of brush cleaner, and you can either spray this right on your brush or you can spray it on a paper towel and then take your brush and wipe it off that way. And that's a really easy way to keep your makeup brushes clean as you go. Otherwise, they tend to build up and get icky and gross. When you're going to put your makeup on, it's not going to go on as well because your makeup brush is caked in makeup. Blech. So you don't want that because we don't want cake face. Okay, so we're going to talk about some basics of brushes. So when it comes to makeup brushes, there's a couple different types. Natural and synthetic brushes. Most of the time you'd think, oh, I want natural, I don't want synthetic because that means it's fake. Well, typically synthetic does mean fake, But there's a reason that synthetic brushes are awesome, and there's a reason that natural brushes are awesome. And it doesn't necessarily mean that synthetic brushes are not as effective. So here's a natural brush, right? Okay, so this is one of my blush brushes, and it's natural. It looks like almost like boar's hair. You know, when you get those boar hair bristles and they're really coarse. What this does is, because it's natural, think about your own natural hair. It absorbs oil, it absorbs moisture, it absorbs water, it absorbs scent, you know, like odor from the air. Like it's very porous, it absorbs things. So that's one of the reasons why people like natural bristle makeup brushes, is because they absorb some of the makeup. So when you go through, swirl this in your blush or your, you know, bronzer or whatever, it's picking up some of that makeup, and these bristles are going to hold on to it. So when you go in to chisel out your cheeks or do your bronzer or whatever, it's not going to deposit as much product, because some of it's going to be held in these bristles, as opposed to a synthetic brush, which is going to actually deposit more product on your skin because it's not absorbing, the bristles or the hairs are not absorbing as much product. So when you know, fill up your brush with product and go to put it on your skin, you're going to get a more solid, more dense application. It's maybe a little harder to blend out. It's a little more dramatic. So if you're wanting a more dramatic look, or you're someone who likes dramatic makeup, synthetic brushes are going to be what you're looking for. If you are someone who has more of a natural look, more of a natural complexion, don't like a lot of makeup, natural brushes are going to work great for you because they blend out really well and they're not depositing as much product. Another thing to know about makeup brushes. So when you have a brush like this is a shader brush, and it, wow, that one needs to be cleaned. You see that? If you are using, do you see how dense that is? How nice and dense. It's really, really packed full of hairs in there. And so when you're going in and using this, whether you're blending out under your eye or you're going in and doing some shading above your eye, doesn't really matter. The more dense these bristles are, typically you want to keep whatever it's applying closer to your eyes. If you are using more of a fluffy brush like this is the E25 from Sigma, one of my favorites. It's really nice and fluffy. That is good for when you're getting further away from your eye and you want a softer look. So typically, here's a shader brush, here's a fluffy blending brush. You're going to want to use the shader brush as you're closer to your eye, as for a more dramatic, more concentrated look. You're going to want to use the big fluffy brush as you move out and away from your eye to kind of soften and expand those colors and blend them and buff them out. Got it? Okay.